This is your Icewind Dale DM guide for the town of Easthaven, and the whole bunch of quests packed into this one town. Seriously, I probably should have done this one earlier in the series, but here we go into the 10th town of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Hey, I'm Bob, and this is where we learn how to have more fun playing D&D together. So hit that subscribe button to get new guides every Wednesday. And this video is sponsored by my own upcoming DM's Guild supplement for Icewind Dale, launching with a full review and illustrated gameplay on March 24th. But if you want early access, join our Patreon community through the links below, where you'll also get reference PDFs for each of these videos, my monthly D&D podcast, and access to our Discord chat to talk about even more tips for this campaign. Easthaven. Described as a boomtown that has continued to grow and reinvent itself despite the everlasting Rime, this lake town at the end of the Eastway was founded by thieves long ago, and all townsfolk literally pay tribute to that heritage through the hilarious policy of legal pickpocketing, signified by warnings to "watch thy pouch" posted throughout the town. Still, Easthaven is very comfortable and quite friendly with a well-liked human townspeaker, Daneth Whalen, and a militia larger than half the towns in Icewind Dale. But they are into sacrificing humanoids, especially wizards, and their crest represents the town nestled between Loch Denishir and the Eastway, which connect it to the Care Towns and Bryn Shander respectively, with Goodmead actually being their closest neighbor about 5 hours away. Every location in Easthaven links to one or more quests, some just taking place here, others sending your characters to other towns or other chapters of the book. We're talking Sunblight Duergar, Arcane Brotherhood, Worshippers of Auril, the Zhentarim Conspiracy, and 2 local legends of lost treasure. It's just way more information than your party finds in any other single town, so I recommend spreading these quest hooks throughout the 10 towns. But we're going to walk through each one with tweaks to connect them, and of course, to make them more fun. The Easthaven ferry is easily the most important location to the overarching campaign. Your PCs may have found clues of this duergar presence while in Caer Konig or Dinaval, or they can learn about it at the local tavern. Here, from the ferry's boat cabin, Dirth Sunblight, elder son of Zardarok Sunblight, has been leading 3 other duergar on nightly hunts around town for Chardalyn. When the party arrives, Dirth's strategy is to turn invisible, hide in a corner, and spy on them. But if your characters steal his map of the duergar outposts, he attacks, then shrinks to tiny size and flees into the mountains if reduced to 20 hit points. Dirth and his companions, who arrive 30 minutes after your party, won't freely give information besides heralding Zardarok's coming reign, but magic or intimidation can reveal other details about their actual plans. And while the book says the duergar's latest Chardalyn search was fruitless, we'll see later how they are plotting a heist at the town hall, so you should include a building blueprint of the hall or a crude town map with the hall marked Chardalyn in Dwarvish. The Wet Trout Tavern has 2 important hooks. One, Nymestra Miskin, the white dragonborn owner and unapologetic worshipper of Auril. Besides Sephik the cold-hearted killer and Ravison the frost druid, Nymestra is the only Aurelite that I've noticed in this chapter, and I think you should portray her as written, a mere worshipper without any underlying evil activity. But if your party should choose to spy on her or push for details, make her an ally of the duergar in town. The second Wet Trout hook is Scython, the friendly tiefling ferry captain who now spends his days drinking here. He's written to seed the other town's rumors, but you should have Scython simply encourage your party to check out the ferry because, as his infernal lineage may suggest, Scython should be a secret member of the Black Swords from Caer Dinaval and be plotting to oust the local duergar himself. The White Lady Inn harkens to a local ghost story often told by a halfling medium, Ronaldo, about a sorrowful drowned woman and her miserly husband's treasure at the bottom of the lake. Ronaldo invites the characters to a seance where they may seek otherworldly answers from the White Lady herself about the cult in Caer Dinaval, the duergar activity, and the whole extra quest we didn't really need, the magic cauldron of an evil hag that could feed everyone in 10 towns. So without hitting every detail of this quest, Toil and Trouble, It begins with the militia captain, Imdra Arlagath, asking the party to take a boat onto the lake and search for 4 missing fishers. If they accept, they'll find the lost rowboat not far from an icy cliff face, with 4 moaning caves and 2 hungry harpies. Inside, they'll find a direwolf, creepy cave drawings, a few fantastic first-person journal entries in an old camp, a frost giant skeleton, and the lake hag, Maud Chiselbone, brewing some fisherman guts in her magical cauldron of plenty. To make this cool dungeon really worth your player's time, I would replace Maud the Sea Hag with a ghost. In other words, make Maud the White Lady, and change the story to be that she killed her mean miserly husband and gave all his gold to some archfey, who gifted her with this magical cauldron of never-ending food, but the catch was that they also made her only hunger for human flesh, and she didn't want to kill anyone else, so she drowned herself in the lake. Pretty horrific, if I do say so myself. Assuming your party recovers the cauldron, there's a follow-up quest, the Cauldron Caper, in which the Targos town speaker and Zhentarim agent, Nerth Maxildanar, sends a few thugs to steal the cauldron from the town hall. Unless the party is present, the Zents lock up Speaker Wayland and his guards in the hall's jail cell and make their way to Targos. But I feel like this too easily gives away Nerth as one of our villains, so instead I would link this theft to his thugs in Goodmead, rather than staging a phony raid there so his pawn, Shandar Froth, can win Goodmead's election as written. Have Shandar lead this burglary and bring the cauldron back to Goodmead as a hero, who can now feed his town and neighboring Dugan's Hole, also making it harder for your party to decide if what he did was really wrong. And the other heist is our duergar Chardalyn Caper, where the gang breaks into the town hall at night to invisibly kill the guards, break up the giant Chardalyn ship figurehead, and bring it to Zardarok's fortress in the mountains. Again, your party is super unlikely to be there and stop this theft, but this quest allows Speaker Wayland to give some great exposition about the dangers of Chardalyn, and if your characters participated in Ronaldo's seance, they're supposed to see and fight the White Lady here. But I would just use this brief haunting as another lure to her cool caves by the lake. And jumping back to human sacrifice, the Arcane Brotherhood wizard, Dzaan, is written to be burning at the stake for crimes of murder, whether your characters are starting their campaign in Easthaven or have just arrived, and they cannot save him. A little railroady, but I like this, especially if you've decided that Dzaan gave your party the Nature Spirit's starting quest rather than some random spellcaster they never have to interact with again. And if you're starting your campaign here, note that some of these encounters are way too tough for level 1, and probably for any tier 1 solo character, so be sure to reduce the numbers of monsters and or lower their AC and HP to better match your party. Remember to subscribe so you won't miss any announcements about my upcoming supplement, and consider joining Patreon for the PDF DM guides and more, like Heather, Thor, Jonathan, Cameron, Amanda, Scott, Michael, Alexis, Michaela, Eric, Travis, and Dakota just did. Thank you all for your support, and keep building.